Hi, I'm Dylan from New Age Insoles, and I'm going to be selling insoles to AJ, who is going to be playing the role of Nike.
I got you. Oh, come on in.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, what's your name?
Dylan from New Age Souls.
Oh, it's nice to meet you. My name's AJ. I'm the manager here at Nike.
Do you mind if I sit?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. So, recently read in the paper that you guys did a huge giveaway to a new school of athletic equipment.
Oh, yes, that was the Kittery School. We really try and give back to the community around here. Like, we know it's really important, and we know kids love our shoes.
That's great. That's a big thing we're about is giving back to the community at New Age
That's great.
Insoles. Yeah, so today I have a little bit of an outline I'd like to go over with you, if that's okay.
Okay?
All right, so first I'm going to go over your needs within the company, and if that's okay with you.
Yep.
And then I'm going to go to the presentation of our insoles, and then I'm going to go through objections that you might have.
Okay.
All right, and then we can close and whatnot. All right, so the first thing I'd like to ask you is, are there any current issues with your insoles, performance-wise or durability, that kind of thing?
We believe our insoles are durable currently. We know that they're the basic insoles that we just provide with our shoes, but we find that we haven't received many complaints or any improvement suggestions that go along with them.
All right. So no complaints at all. They work just fine from what you've.
We have received some complaints that sometimes the insoles aren't as durable as other brand insoles for like Dr. Scholl's, for example. But we find that the insoles are just a basic part of the shoe and can easily be replaced.
All right. So would you say customer feedback in that area was good, bad, could be better?
I would say it's in the middle
You
somewhere.
know, customer feedback in the middle. What exactly did the majority of the customers think about your product so far, the insoles in your current shoes?
A lot of customers don't necessarily talk about the insoles. It's more of the look and feel of the shoe.
Look and feel.
But the insole we provide is just your basic foam insole. Like, it's nothing special, but it is a low cost point.
All right. So for athletic performance wise, what currently do your athletes think about your shoes and the insoles and how well do they perform in their current shoes?
Most of our sponsored athletes, I should say, don't actually use the standard insoles that we give to just the normal shoes. They actually prefer like more of a pediatric kind of insole that we can provide for them.
Okay. So is that in all athletic fields or is it in just a couple?
More than some, usually like the big ones with running, like football or basketball, where there's a lot of lateral movement, tennis,
Right.
where you're constantly on the move. Sometimes those players get achy feet after, but it's really just the nature of the game.
Right, so is there any huge need of improvement in your current shoes that you sell in the market today to like your everyday high school, college level athlete, or like your basic mom wanting to go for a walk in the afternoon and whatnot? And students?
I wouldn't say so. I'd say people actually prefer to wear our shoes over many other brands. People actually seek us out for our shoes. So we believe our shoes are of great quality.
All right, and then today, the materials for your shoes, do you ship them in from other countries? Are they made in other countries, or do you do it locally in the United States?
Yeah, they're all made in other countries and then exported to the United States. That's how we get the lowest cost point and the highest selling point.
All right, so what I'd like to do now is tell you a little bit about our company and the product that we're selling.
Okay.
So New Age Insoles was founded a little under 3 years ago, and the big concern when we started the business was how are we going to help athletic performance increase and lower the amount of athletic related injuries. So what we came up with was an insole that you replace the insole in the current shoe. You just take it out, put in our insole. once you put your foot in, it form fits and it's specific to that athlete or everyday person walking on the street. And we found that that increases the performance of the person, their shoes, their muscles, all that, and decreases the amount of foot-related injuries that people have over time. And we found that, for lack of a better word, it's more of like a Tempur-Pedic for your shoe, and it does wonders for just the overall protection of your feet and the muscles in your legs.
That is intriguing. I am interested to hear more of the injury prevention side of your insoles. What exactly are athletes saying about them?
So a lot of athletes today, like in basketball, for example, are concerned about when they go up to make a layup or they're sprinting down the court, pulling a muscle or the impact their foot makes on the ground and it sending up into their shins and creating shin splints. With our insole, it reduces severely the amount of impact your foot makes on the ground, makes it easier for your muscles to relax and your feet take less wear and tear. So the main thing with our product is the fatigue that comes when you know, a lot of lateral movement and athletics and whatnot. There's a lot of fatigue in your legs because you're constantly on the move. And with our insoles, that reduces the fatigue in the legs. We found that athletes can perform for a way longer with our insoles as compared to generic foam insoles that say Adidas or Reebok would.
Okay, and does your company make just one product, or do you have a variety of different types of insoles?
So with our insoles, they're able to fit into any kind of performance footwear or even regular day footwear because they form fit to the athlete. So you can have the insoles in basketball shoes, football cleats, soccer cleats, tennis shoes, running shoes, pretty much anything except for flip-flops. You can have it in ski boots and that kind of thing because it does form fit to any shoe on the market.
Okay. Are you guys researching, developing new products, or is this just the big product?
We believe that at the moment this product is really well. We can always improve, and our goal down the road would be to make an insole that after you take your foot out, it reshapes, and you can say take it out and put it into another shoe. So you don't have to spend as much money on our insoles every time you buy a new pair of shoes.
Okay. Another question I have for you is, what are your costs to make the insoles themselves?
Right, we understand that cost would be a huge concern for a company like Nike, where you're ordering millions of insoles for all your various shoes. So, as opposed to creating our product in China and Vietnam, we found that the product has a much higher quality when we make it in America or Canada. So what we do is we have 5 distributors in America and 10 factories in Canada that make our product, distribute it to us, and it comes out with a high quality at only about a $2 more cost. So,
Oh, really?
as opposed to your current cost.
It's great that you found a price point that, while making still in the USA, is low enough to make a great profit on your product.
Right. Are there any other concerns that you have with our insole?
The main concern that my supervisor would have, talking to him right now, would be that we need to find a low enough material cost point that we are still making the same profit on our shoes currently.
Right.
So unless we can find a way to lower those costs,
Right.
then a company like ours is just probably not interested in making a commitment to a company like that, because we still need to make all the profits that we're currently making.
Right.
And we don't know if it's a big enough objection of people that they don't really buy our shoes for the insoles, I would say. They buy our shoes because they are Nike shoes and because they want the quality and the look that they get with the Nike shoes.
Right. So recently we actually had a study where we took 2,000 local students from the New England area and we tested our shoes at basketball games all around the country, or all around New England, say, and we found that 9 out of 10 athletes actually prefer the Nike shoes with our insoles in them, or just shoes in general with our insoles in them, and they said that they would be willing to pay the $2 extra for a shoe if they knew that their injury prevention would increase and their performance would increase.
Yeah, that's one of our goals here, is the injury prevention. That's the really big one here, because constantly we have our sponsored athletes getting hurt and things of that nature, and it really just impairs them. And we would love to find a way to even prevent these injuries more, because these athletes work for all that money, and it just, we hate to see our own family members get hurt here at Nike.
So yeah, I believe New Age Insoles has the product for you, and I would love to do some kind of collaboration where we sell the insoles only to you, not to Adidas, not to Reebok, so that your company actually profits way more than those two companies combined.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna commit to buying any of your
Right.
insoles right now, but what I will do is I will contact my manager and we will talk about this opportunity, and we can meet with you next week sometime.
Next week, is there a day that would work best for you?
I can check my schedule. How does Tuesday sound?
Tuesday? Yep.
How about after lunch? How about 2 o'clock?
At 2? Alright, Tuesday at 2 would work. That's actually, I get out at around noon that day, so I could come in and talk to you more about it. That would be awesome.
All right, great. I will contact my supervisor and hopefully we can reach a deal.
Alright, it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Look forward to talking to you in the
Yeah,
future.
hopefully everything works out.
Thank you.